call for glory. We're running the game with strategy sharp, igniting the flame. Draft day madness, our hearts pounding fast. In this fantasy showdown, we're built to outlast.
Welcome to Let's Go Fantasy Football! Sorry.
Let's go for glory.
It's funny because you couldn't hear it, but I could. So during the black screen, you couldn't see me either. I was headbanging. I was going...
I sing it in my head.
Oh. Well, we're still enjoying our new intro. It's only been aired, what, one time? I think the last video. It's been a while.
Maybe.
It's been a while. We've had some things going on, but football lives on. So we're back.
Football is this week. Not fantasy football, but I just found out today, I just realized that it's week 0. So we do have actual college games this week.
Yeah, I think it's, what, Iowa State and Kansas State or something playing in Dublin, Ireland to kick it off. Something like that.
That's pretty lame.
Yeah, it's not Florida State, Georgia Tech, but PTSD. So I'm good on
That was
that.
a great game.
I know. But anyways, this is Last Call Fantasy Football. It is August 19th. It's been probably over 2 weeks since we've had an episode. So it's been pretty much the entirety of the preseason. And we're ready to get into the nitty gritty. It's almost draft time. It looks like we have borderline officially established our main league's draft, September 1st, 8 p.m., which I'm excited about. It'll be Labor Day weekend. Football will be done. The final preseason weekend is this upcoming weekend. Get a week of final prep.
Ball.
We'll be in. We got the fever. We'll be in the mood, and I am just about ready. I realize I'm gonna put my final touches on like my must-haves and basically just like rank them. Take not just like my rankings in general, but essentially taking a handful of players that I can't forget about. Just judging by last year, forgetting about Brock Bowers. And just being like, oh, I guess I'll take DeAndre Hopkins, and that being a crucial mistake.
Yeah, this year I'm gonna do like a late round player ranking that I'm gonna keep on me for the draft.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Like I'm gonna rank all the late round players, and then basically like when it gets to those late rounds, I'm just gonna take whoever is at the top of my list that's still available.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think that those specific rankings are probably more important than your first like 6 rounds of rankings. Like those are all the great guys. Most of them are going to be good regardless. But the ones at the back of the draft are the ones that will win you your champion. Hence, Brock Bowers,
i.e. Brock Bowers and Jaden Daniels, Brian Thomas Jr., Ladd McConkey, those dudes. So we have a fun episode today. I really like doing this one. Essentially, it kind of ties back to the concept of me coming up to or writing down and ranking my must-haves. Because we're going to do our ride or die players. Players that we are putting our names on. I had a few hits and a few misses last year. Most notably, Amari Cooper was my ride or die. He died. Yeah.
He died. But we had some good ones.
I would say Michael Pittman is one of mine. So
I was gonna say, honestly, we probably should have went back and looked at what those were, but only the shit ones are the ones that I can remember. So we're gonna try to avoid those ones this year, and I think I'm onto something. I probably say this every year, but I feel like this year I'm the most confident that I have ever been when it comes to my feelings about players.
I think we say that every year.
Correct. However, this time it's different. It's true this time. Like I went back and looked at our wide receiver rankings from last year. Dude, the wide receiver landscape was shook up last year. Like there was some supreme busts. My running back number 2 was Breece Hall, behind Christian McCaffrey.
It was valid.
But again, that was just like one example. Like someone that high, like we have CeeDee Lamb at number 2, Do you have CeeDee Lamb at 2, or did you still put Justin Jefferson at 2?
I think I had CD.
So that's the equivalent of CeeDee Lamb being an astronomical bust this year, like having Breece Hall at like 2. You know what I'm saying? So lots of parity, lots of fun stuff, and we each have 4 guys. You did do 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 4 guys. We're stamping our name onto. These are going to be the ones probably on most of our teams, or they're generally someone or we're much higher on, or we have higher expectations. So, do you want to go ahead and give her a crack?
Cheers.
Oh yeah. I was waiting, but I promise I got my good stuff in here. Oh, that's so funny. Your drink wasn't even on the screen. Bring it back.
What?
Yeah, that's not on the broadcast. Oh. There you go. Cheers. All right, let's get it going.
That's funny.
You literally just did this. You said, cheers. All right.
I'll start it off.
Justin goes first. Who we got?
This was one of my sleepers for this year. This is a player with tremendous upside, I believe. First round pick last year. Ricky Pearsall.
Ooh.
Ricky Pearsall is one of my ride or dies.
That's interesting because you have not talked much about him. And at least to me.
But I've liked him. I especially love where he's going. I actually thought about it today. I was like, I think it's pretty funny that he actually has been very similar to JSN as far as like potential, even like how they finished the year, playing time, like, or competition. Like, they're very similar, except JSN is going 2nd, 3rd round. Ricky Pearsall is going like 9th, 10th. So he's the only wide receiver on the team. There's no Debo, no Ayuk, no Jennings.
Juwan Jennings is there. He's just a little banged up right now.
Well, he's hurt
currently.
And even when he does come back, I mean, Juwan Jennings is a fine player, but like Ricky Pearsall, with Juwan Jennings on the team last year, led the team in targets, receptions, yards, and touchdowns at the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, he did get shot, so that could contribute to a bit of a slower start. So I don't hold that against him. I actually do really like Ricky Pearsall, the Florida Swamp Lizard first-round pick going into next year. I wasn't a huge... He was like... Ricky Pearsall was a classic 49ers draft pick. They just took some dude that really good athlete. He can make crazy plays. He had one of the craziest catches I've ever seen in college. A full outstretched one-handed snag, get immediately crushed and just pop right back up. It was pretty sick. And he gets shot. I mean, that was even... Yeah. So I wasn't hyped on him. I was like, okay, he's just going to be one of those guys that gets rotated in. Why the hell the Niners decided to reach on a first-round pick? Because he was not a first-round graded wide receiver. So
he was very similar to Golden this year, where he was like a fringe guy that could go in the first.
Yeah, but it was like understood he was going to go in the 2nd round. But at the time, they still had Debo, and they still had Ayuk. So it was like, what are we doing here? So I just thought he was whatever. But he finished the year strong after taking 2 bullets to the chest like a G, and now he's primed to have a fantastic season with the hospital squad. Did you see that 2 more Niners running backs got hurt? I don't
even know like who their insurance back is right now because Gurendo's hurt, right? Abdullah's out for the season.
Abdullah's out. John James, I think is his name. Their rookie they drafted this year. He's Jordan James. He's out right now. It's like Chris Kine. There's 2 other dudes who they signed within the past 2 days that are currently hurt. Keyshawn Vaughn and oh my God, there's one more dude. Anyways, they're the only ones that are healthy outside of McCaffrey. They have 6 running backs signed on the roster right now. Point being,
they need it.
honestly, it's become comical. Actually, it's past comical at this point. Someone needs to do an investigation. Like, are they just like doing bare knuckle fist fights in practice? Like, why they keep getting hurt? Is it their turf? Is it terrible? Like, the team has to realize, like, they're the only ones that this continues. Like, what are we doing here?
It also, yeah, I will say it's not just this, but I think a lot of the players they sign, they like this archetype of running back that's like a scat back. Like they like these fragile, fast, speedy running backs, and I think that's part of the issue.
Yeah,
is that's who they bring in. They bring Abdullah and all these people who are always hurt. Like Keyshawn Vaughn was always hurt.
Yeah.
Isaac Grendo, so far, he's always been hurt. McCaffrey, hurt all the time.
I suppose.
I think that's part of it, but then you do go back to like Trey Sermon and all the other rookies that they drafted. They were always hurt too.
I saw a tweet that said that the Niners running back room was built on top of an Indian burial ground. They're just cursed. Anyways, back to Ricky Pearsall. So tying that back together, he is alone with McCaffrey right now. So I think he has the talent. I agree with the pick.
Kittle too, but yeah.
Well, correct. As far as wide receivers and most weapons go, George Kittle he's going to be a smash grab too. But when it comes to the deep receiving game, and that's the thing with Pearsall too, that's his game. He is a middle to deep end of the field. That's the type of player he is. I mean,
he's a good archetype for fantasy football. I think he is like a downfield guy, but he can do it all. Like he can do the middle of the field route running. What do you call it? Trying to think of a comp for him.
Let's see. If I had to think of my comp for Ricky Pearsall, I would say
he's kind of unique. He's not a small guy, but he's really skinny.
No. He reminds me
maybe like a Devonta Smith?
No. His play style, I don't think he's as talented, obviously, as like Odell. But young Odell was like, he was freak athlete. He worked the middle of the field.
one-handed catch?
No, actually, no. I was thinking of like mid-sized freak athletes at the position who can go up and great contested catch guy, but also like run after the catch too. Like he's fast as hell. Like
I like it because that Odell is really good at the deep ball, but then he could do other things as well. So,
all right, I like it. Unexpected.
What's yours?
So, all right,
give me yours.
Give me it. All right, this person. Who should I start with? Should I do with the one that you probably are thinking, or should I do with one you might not be thinking first?
You should probably start off with one that I might have.
Oh, okay. So,
just in case I need to pivot.
Okay, well, this ride or die is someone I have always liked, fun player to watch. He is just a grind it out, elite talent at his position. I loved him. Drafted him in Dynasty. Super glad to have him. And it's Kenneth Walker.
Oh, okay.
We good? We don't have the same one?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Yes, Kenneth Walker. He doesn't go by Kenneth Walker anymore. It's Ken Walker. He doesn't go by Kenneth anymore. So
interesting. I like it.
Ken Walker. His whole story is he is yet to play a full season. I checked. He played 8 games last year. Or no. Sorry. He played 15 games the previous 2 years. That's, it could be much worse, but he would leave games.
That's a full season for running back.
Yeah, like I'll take that, but the point being is it's always like, oh, is he going to play? Does he leave the game early? And fine. I'm going into this season, even though he's hurt right now, realizing the opportunity that he has in front of him. He led the entire NFL in forced missed tackles. He has a home run ability. He get him out in space, and that's a touchdown. touchdowns win championships in fantasy football. He is the goal line guy. He torched the elite Detroit Lions running defense last year. Do you remember? You had him on your team. Do you not remember this game? He had 3 touchdowns.
I trade him away.
No, it was early in the season. It was like week 3.
I traded him away after like week 2 or 3.
No, it wasn't that early because you traded him for Jamar Chase.
It was.
I'll have to go back and look, but I don't think it was that early. Anyways, pretty sure you still had him. But he has the talent. He just hasn't had the O-line to support him. They drafted Gray Zabel, who is an elite O-line prospect, a buddy of mine at work. He's a huge Seahawks fan. He called it. They picked at 18, I think, this year, and he said, "We want Gray Zabel." And I'm like, "Who?" And I was watching the draft, and then they said Gray Zabel. I'm like, "Damn, he really called that." And I looked into it. He's been passing all their tests, passing with flying colors at Seahawks camp, and I know he's hurt right now.
So they've got one guy.
Yes, correct. But I'm saying they've made an emphasis. They changed their offensive coordinator, I think because they couldn't run the damn ball. They did fine otherwise. And I will say this. I'm ride or dying with Kenneth Walker. But if you two decide to join me, be part of the Cool Kids Club, draft Charbonnet. Charbonnet, in my opinion, is the best handcuff insurance running back in the NFL. I don't know if there's a better one.
I mean, I did it last year, and it was great because I also think that it gives you more trade value if you have both of them.
Yeah, you can, because if that's people's main concerns with Ken Walker is his injury history, be like, hey, and it's not like, it's like, oh, you just get the backup. No, when Charbonnet has played in Ken Walker's absence, he's been great. He's a great back too. And so Charbonnet is left for dead in the backup insurance running back land. And if you decide to ride or die like me, scoop him up and feel secure in that backfield, because I do think that they're going to want to emphasize running the ball. They do not have the receiving weapons to just air it out. Okay, JSN's promising and great. They got an aging Cooper Kupp, and then Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and who's their rookie that they took? They took a guy.
Oh. Yeah, like the 3rd round wide receiver.
Yeah. Point being, that's not their emphasis. And I'm ride or dying with Ken Walker. He's currently at ADP running back 17. You get him in the 4th, 5th round, and I think there's upside
he's
there.
Going in a good spot.
So you can load up on receivers at the top and still get a high upside home run hitter in the 4th, 5th round. I rest my case.
I like it.
Go ahead,
All right.
Black.
I think I will follow suit here with another running back that I think we both love. And he also comes with a pretty good insurance back. Possibly. His name is James Conner.
Oh, yeah. No, I like James Conner a lot.
I have basically drafted him in every single mock draft we've done. He's going in like the 4th or 5th round, which is just a steal for a running back that I don't know if he's even finished outside of the top 15 in a year that he's started. I could be wrong because he has had years filled with injury, but either way, he's kind of similar to Kenneth Walker, where it's if he's on the field, he's amazing, but he is an injury risk player. I think he's just going to go ahead and repeat what he did last year. They really didn't change the offense. They're just kind of growing. It's a young team. They're just going to run it back. Same offense coordinator.
2 years in a row. 2 years in a row, James Conner had 1,094 yards, 8 touchdowns, with 414 yards receiving. So he's looking at 1,500 scrimmage yards and 9 touchdowns. In the previous year, he played, he played in 3 less games and still had 1,040 yards, 7 rushing touchdowns, less receiving work, but a couple scores through the air. Like he's that dude, and the team is built towards him. He finishes the RB11 in PPR last year, and I just
he
don't.
He sneakily gets a lot of receiving work.
He had almost 500 yards receiving. That's a lot for a running back.
Yeah. People don't think about him as a receiver, but
And it's just that he's
he
old.
do that.
And he never, for whatever reason, I think because he had,
He's not that old though.
bro,
Like he's younger than McCaffrey.
and he is not younger than McCaffrey. I'll pull it back up.
I guarantee you, he's younger than McCaffrey.
Oh, yeah? You guarantee me? I guarantee you're wrong.
it.
Well, you're
I think
wrong.
McCaffrey's like
James
31,
Conner-
32.
James Conner is 30, and
Yeah,
Christian
McCaffrey's
McCaffrey
like
is
31, 32.
29.
Whatever.
Ha. Anyways, no, but what I was going to say is James Conner never got that name value. He never did. His whole career. He's 30 years old because he came in behind Le'Veon Bell. Do you remember that? He was
Yeah.
a Le'Veon Bell replacement, but he was always hurt. And he was like, oh, like that promising kid that like could step in when Le'Veon Bell was out. And so I think because they both played at the same time and Lev Bell was the star, James Conner will always be known as like the backup option. He's not like the father that stepped up. He's just the one who got the opportunity.
I think it's more so the fact that he basically his career ended. I think he might have even had a year gap of playing. Or he was just had a severe injury where he didn't play for a year. And then all of a sudden the Cardinals sign him and he's amazing. So I think that's where it was. Like people saw what the NFL valued him as. The Steelers basically threw him away. It wasn't a trade. I think he may have even been released. And then he gets to the Cardinals and he has resurgence and
Yeah, I mean, his final year in
awesome.
Pittsburgh, he ran for 721 yards, 6 touchdowns, but he only played in 13 games
Who knows?
in
I mean,
the COVID year.
Is this what Najee's about to do? Is he just taking the James Conner route
I mean, except for the fact
with one
that
eye?
I was gonna say, except for the fact that he's barely playing right now. But yeah, like that's my whole point is, you know, whatever the reason may be, he never got the name value. If you swapped names of James Conner and Alvin Kamara, even though so two aging backs, if you swapped those names and production, Alvin Kamara, there would be like, oh, Alvin Kamara still got it. And Alvin Kamara would be a 3rd round pick right now. You know, 2nd, 3rd round pick. And he's a value. And again, just like Justin said, and I said with Charbonnet for Ken Walker, Trey Benson with an elite handcuff insurance running back. I mean, in my opinion,
We don't know for sure, but when he's been on the field, he has. I think last year he had the highest yards per carry of any running back. Obviously, it's kind of skewed because he didn't have that many carries, but
yeah, I mean, let me see. I'll pull up how many carries he actually had last year. He had 63 attempts, and I don't know if it's the highest in the league, but he was 4.62 a carry, which
pretty high.
Yeah, I mean that's great. We're green all the way around, and he sat and Connor sat in their second preseason game. I think that goes to show he's not injured, so I think it just goes to show that they have a role for him.
Yeah.
Which
I think honestly, that's the only slight I can really have for James Conner is I think that Trey Benson may give him 100 carries this year instead of 63. But I also don't think last year he was the 3rd running back on the depth chart.
well,
So I don't think it's more so he's going to eat into James Conner. I think he's just going to have the
sole
second
backup
running
role.
back role. Yeah.
No, I like it. Unfortunately, the way ADP and the way things have shaken out in mock drafts, he never gets back to me, or else he would be on my team. But
Yeah.
usually in that same round, I'm snagging Ken Walker ahead, and I'll take Ken Walker slightly over Connor. But no, I like it a lot. That's probably the reason he's not my ride or die, because
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever get to ride. I can't get a ticket to ride, but I'm a big fan. All right. Now for one, you know what? I'll just get him out the way. Justin doesn't agree, which I will fight ad nauseum.
I already know who it is.
Wide receiver, For
L.A.
Rams, Devontae Adams.
Bukaneko. Oh, shit.
Oh, no, absolutely not. No.
Van Jefferson.
Give me... Van Jefferson ain't been on the Rams in like 3 years. Anyways, give me Devontae Adams. Not gonna lie, a little spooked right now with the Matthew Stafford situation. However, I'm assuming things are going according to plan per Sean McVay.
That is scary, to be honest with you.
It is super scary, which is why I originally didn't have Devontae Adams on here. For that
I was
reason.
somewhat like I said, I was kind of coming around to Puka. Felt like he was just kind of being shamed a little bit. Obviously, still a first round pick, but like, I'm kind of out now because there's so many players around him in the first round that I'm like, I'd just rather have that player and not have
Correct.
to deal with Matthew Stafford's broken body. I don't know. It might be a tie with Tony Hawk and Matthew Stafford might be tied with the most broken bones. Like,
Yeah, I don't
Matthew
know.
Stafford's been through it, man.
And his thing has been like skeletal. He's had like neck injuries.
He's
like
literally
back
Andrew
injuries.
Luck, except he's not as smart, so he's still playing.
Yeah, I mean, he's made a heck
He's
of a lot
just
more
literally-
money and got a ring, but
Yeah,
dude, it's. I actually saw a stat today. Matthew Stafford has made the most money of any first-round pick in NFL history. But that happens.
That's not really that surprising.
I was gonna say that happens when you're the first overall pick, and you have multiple like
A
max
great career.
contracts. Yeah, you've been playing for 15 years.
I think before they named Joe Flacco the starter, he was the oldest starting quarterback. No, Aaron Rodgers. Never mind. He was like second before Joe Flacco.
Yeah, because I think Flacco's over 40, and then Rodgers
Flacco, I
is like
think, is the
39.
oldest, actually.
No, he is. Yeah, Flacco's over 40. I know for a fact. But anyways, yeah, so for Devontae Adams, he is still elite. And that's just like what it really comes down to, in my opinion. Like just watching him play, seeing his production when he wasn't with the dumpster fire of the Raiders. And even then, he wasn't awful with the Raiders. It just like the potential and the frustration was there. Like Devontae Adams had good games with the Raiders, but he'd also have a game with 48 yards, but 17 targets, 6 catches. You know, it was like the signs were there. That's only last year. And he's only going to
He's on the Jets too.
well, right, but I'm saying even on the
Most of
Jets,
last year.
I think it was like maybe 8 games in or something like that when he got traded. But point being, he still looked like Devontae Adams, and honestly, I don't know if this is a hot take or not. I think out of that relationship between Rodgers and Adams, Rodgers was the one holding him back from his previous elite seasons.
I will counter with this though, because I have to argue.
Yeah, you have to because you're just out on.
I will say
podcast.
this. I'm not gonna. I mean, I didn't go and like just watch solely Adams. It's actually really hard to watch wide receiver tape because even if you go watch like the all 32 or whatever, you know, it shows the quarterback hike the ball, it follows the quarterback, so you don't even really get to see the route.
See
Anyways.
all 32 players on
Yeah.
that damn field.
That's what they call the.
There's 22 players on the field, bro. It's the all 22.
I know. Huh?
I said it's all 22. I said there's only 22 players on the field.
No, isn't it supposed to be?
Dude, it's called all 22 because you can see all 22 players on the field.
Oh, whatever, bro. Anyways, did he have that resurgence for the Jets because Aaron Rodgers is just peppering the shit out of him? Because that's his guy. That's all I'm saying. Is like, was he actually better than Garrett Wilson?
I mean,
Or was it like, okay, I'm Aaron Rodgers. This is literally my best friend.
yeah.
I brought him to every team I go to. I'm going to pepper the shit out of him, even though Garrett Wilson's better.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I get it, because he
Because he had a bad year in, fuck, what is it called? on the Raiders. Like it was to the point where it wasn't like they weren't passing the ball. It was just Jacoby Myers was getting more targets and receptions than him.
So the 3 games. So you're right. It was earlier than I thought. Or sorry, no, it was after the bye. The 3 games, and then Davante Adams got hurt and missed 2 games. He had 10.9 PPR points, 26 and 8. He had 6 targets, 12 targets, 9 targets. And then, actually, sorry, it was even more than that. He was peppered as hell in Vegas too. 9 targets, 6 targets, 11, 13, 7. And then he missed a game because he got traded. And after that, 12, 11, 12, 13, 8, 12. All of which are elite numbers. And granted, yeah, could that have been...
Okay, I guess when I was mentioning last season, I didn't mean like last season. I meant the year before. But...
I mean, he had a game with 20 targets. He had a game with 13, 13, 12. He had a game with... Davante Adams got targeted 21 times for 13 for 126 and 6. Or, excuse me, 126 and 2 against the Colts in 2023. Point being, again, we're not arguing that Davante Adams was not an elite all-time receiver that's capable of those numbers. I'm saying in the year 2025, with an elite organization like the Los Angeles Rams, with Matthew Stafford, who has supported 2 options. I mean, you don't remember Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp when Robert Woods was a top 10 receiver? Not to mention, the previous 2 years, Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. And I guarantee that you wouldn't argue with me that Puka would have finished even higher if not missed games, and same with Cooper Kupp. Like the opportunity was there. It's just those receiving options had their health issues that held them back. There's more than enough juice to go around in Los Angeles. Just pray Matthew Stafford stays healthy, and Davante Adams is the lowest he's ever been. You can get him in the 4th round, and I mean, just around him, like receivers going around him.
I think that's what it is, honestly. He's just going too high for me right now.
I mean, in our 10 team,
with the risk,
in our 10 team most recent mock, he went right after Marvin Harrison, right before Courtland Sutton. So he's right on the cusp of the last of the desirables for me personally, because you have, and I'll put these. I mean, Rashee Rice is here, but he shan't be. So you got Mike Evans, Marvin Harrison, Davante Adams, Courtland Sutton, DK Metcalf, Devontae Smith, and then you got Jalen Waddle, DJ Moore. Sorry.
Yeah, I won't lie. I think I would take Davante Adams over those guys.
That's what I'm saying. So if
wide receivers are weird this year. I feel like there's going to be so many sleepers this year. Like there's going to be so many late round sleepers for wide receiver because there's so many. First of all, there's so many that changed teams this year. And also there's just so many like young talents that haven't necessarily proven themselves but have opportunity now.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird.
And if you want to take the budding superstar Marvin Harrison over Davante Adams, sure. Like I'm not going to fault you. If you want Courtland Sutton because Bo Nix is young and he will pepper him and he's the number 1 target, like I don't fault you. I'm just saying that Davante Adams in his red zone upside, I put my notes here and I said Puka will lead the team in targets. Davante Adams will lead the team in touchdowns. And if you want someone who's isn't like a 3 target, 2 catch, 65 yards and a touchdown guy, like a low volume, high yards per catch guy, but also gets a ton of touchdowns, like Davante Adams is going to be involved a ton and be the red zone threat. And I think that he's just a stabilizing force you can have on your team, and it purely relies on Matthew Stafford. I'm going to choose to believe that it's all going according to plan and they'll be all right. I hope that they trade for Jameis Winston as a backup and don't keep Jimmy G. That's the newest rumor on the block. And
Davante Adams is pretty familiar with him.
Jameis Winston?
Jimmy G.
No, I know. And I don't want that. I do not want that. So I will gladly have them trade for Jameis. But Davante Adams, I'm riding or dying. We rocking and rolling, baby.
He gonna die.
He might die.
My next ride or die, and he's gonna ride.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Justin Herbert.
Ooh, so riddle me this, Batman. Does this mean
God.
that you are going uber late QB in our draft and snagging Justin Herbert at the end? Because spoiler alert, I didn't put any quarterbacks on here, so I am curious what your philosophy is after that comes.
I do think this is the year to go late QB. Honestly, I think there's so many quarterbacks late this year that are being undervalued. You've got Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert, Bo Nix.
Well,
I mean, honestly,
I will say those guys are going several rounds above Herbert and Jordan Love and Dak Prescott and like
nah, it literally goes like Herbert's like one round after Bo Nix and
I mean, in this mock draft I did this morning, Bo Nix went 809 and Justin Herbert went 1109. So it went Bo Nix, Jared Goff.
wow. I feel like I've not been seeing that, but
Yeah, it went Bo Nix, Jared Goff, Kyler Murray. Then 3 rounds later, Justin Herbert. So like he is like in that tier. So it just depends on when the teams will take their QB.
yeah.
But
The thing is, there's a bunch of them down there. Like even Jared Goff, like he's very suitable.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Honestly, I was gonna be pretty in on Anthony Richardson had he started, but apparently we want Arch Manning. So, yeah. So basically, I'm not having fun this year. I have to watch Daniel Jones.
and did you
Anyways,
also
back
hear
to-
real quick pivot because I got to get this in because Justin texted me like, oh, maybe they're just having Daniel Jones to come in, get smacked for the first 2 weeks, and then they'll
yeah.
put in Richardson. And so, breaking news, if you hadn't seen, the Colts deem Daniel Jones as starting QB for week 1. However, what my point is
I know
Shane
what they
Steichen came and said, this isn't a short-term starting. He's our starting quarterback for the season. We're not going to keep a short
fucking
leash.
yeah.
We're not going to keep a short
Until
leash.
fucking Mrs. Ursay comes down after he fucking butt fumbles and is like, if you don't fucking start Anthony Richardson, you're fired. And then he'll put in Anthony Richardson. So I don't give a fuck what he says.
I'm just saying. So it'll be a tough. I think they would have to lose 4 games in a row. 4 games in a row.
I'll say this. I don't think that's true. I'll say this. I think there's already turmoil just with the decision within the franchise. I saw quotes from Quentin Nelson and Michael Pittman, and neither, they did their PR thing, but neither were not excited. They even both quoted like, well, we're supporting both still.
Yeah. No.
So in their eyes, I think they probably want Anthony Richardson, and they are basically like, it's still a competition, even though the coach is saying it's not.
Yeah, I get it.
So, anyways, this is not about him.
I know. I just wanted to get that in there.
Justin Herbert, they signed Keenan Allen back. He's not the Keenan Allen of late, but I think it's super important to note that Justin Herbert was going up there with, in fantasy football with the Bo Nixes and the Kyler Murrays, and honestly even sooner than that. Like, he was a bona fide, you get Justin Herbert in your starting lineup in a draft, you're like, oh, dude, I'm locked and loaded. This is my one for the entire year. Keenan Allen leaves, not as good. He comes back now. So
It's just been the last 2 years. Prior to that, I mean, he finished as the QB 11, and then year 2 he was the QB 2. His rookie year was the QB 9. So it was only the last 2 years that Jim Harbaugh has been there. Honestly, that the touchdowns.
Jim Harbaugh's first year was last year.
Sorry. Last year he was the QB 12, but he just didn't have the touchdown volume. But he's still been a hell of a player, and
I just think you get Joe Alt. You get a run game because they had no fucking run game last year, and you get Trey Harris and Keenan Allen added, And your floor is already probably quarterback 12.
Well, I
we
think
saw
honestly
last year.
the biggest thing in that receiving core most likely is year 2 Lad McConkey. Forget the new
Matt
additions.
McConkey,
Year
Quentin
2.
Johnson even like came into relevance last year. Like he stepped it up a step.
It will be a slow
caught
start for him.
A couple more balls.
He got knocked the fuck out in the preseason game. I don't know if you saw
Quentin
that.
Johnson?
Yeah. He got
Nah, we don't need him.
Well, he got knocked out, carted off.
I honestly don't know if he's gonna start.
I think he'll start.
I have heard that it's Trey Harris, Conkey, Allen,
I mean, not week 1. You're not going to put the rookie
and
out
a
there.
team that runs a lot of 2 wide receiver sets or 2 tight end sets.
Yeah. No, I get it. No, I'm actually in. Honestly, he's my break glass in case of emergency quarterback. Actually, one of 2. We might get into that later. But if my draft goes awry and other value falls to me that I just can't pass up on, and I lose out on my target quarterbacks, he's up there for me too. Because
I know who your fucking quarterback is.
no, you don't.
I know it.
No, you don't.
Don't fucking try me, bro.
No, you literally don't.
I 100% know who it is.
Listen, I have
guarantee you.
4 quarterbacks right now. I've got plan A, B, C, and D ready to.
I'm talking
adapt.
about. I know the one you're just referring to.
No, you don't. Say it. I'll tell you.
I do.
Say it.
Huh?
Say it. I'll tell you.
Dak Prescott.
Fuck. God damn it. All right.
Got him.
Well,
I'm inside you.
I have nothing. I for sure have nothing else to say now. All right, move on. All right, no, I'm in on Justin Herbert. Anyways, all right, so now we're gonna get into the nitty gritty. My third ride or die. It's another wide receiver. I think Justin shares this sentiment, just not as much as me, because I don't think he views his quarterback as highly as I do. And that would be none other than Mr. Calvin Ridley. It's my ride or die. Calvin Ridley is going to feast. I'm not even joking. One, Cam Ward is him. I've said it ad nauseum, but him going and being a 1-year rental at Miami just pisses me off because he is a pro-ready player. Calvin Ridley is coming off of back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. That might sound disgusting.
Yeah.
It's very hot and cold. However, so is his quarterback play. It's whether or not they can get him the damn ball or not. He had Mason Rudolph and Will Levis chucking him the ball over the last 2 years with no sense of consistency. The team was in disarray, and he's the only guy there. Who else have they got? They got what's his name? I mean, Chiga Conko at tight end, but you have Tyler Lockett as moonlighting his career.
They cut Traylon Burks, didn't they?
Yeah, he got hurt, and they said, bro, we're done. They cut him. It's aging Tyler Lockett, who's 49 years old, Calvin Ridley, and they have a few undrafted guys. I mean, they grabbed, what's his name from Miami, his teammate.
Restrepo.
Yeah, I almost said Barrios. But yeah, Restrepo. But
Same
I mean, okay, he's on the team. He got his buddy on the team. I'm just saying Calvin Ridley is still an elite wide receiver himself. He is just been a product of a terrible environment, but has shown what he can do. He was on everyone's bench last year, which again isn't saying much. But the reason he wasn't on the waiver wire is because he'd put up a 28-point game. He would get 150 yards in a score.
I think I had him at some point.
I think we might have bounced him around between us too. Like, he was a player that you could plop in your lineup and pray, but the problem is you weren't praying for him, you were praying for the quarterback. And I think Cam Ward is him. I have high hopes and belief that he will be a great franchise quarterback for them. I think it's about time we get some more good bodies in at QB, especially that division. So I
Yeah.
think
I worry for the team was hot garbage last year, and my only worry with it is that it doesn't really matter. I don't think that he's like a generational talent. I think he's a good quarterback. And if he's put in a good situation, I think he'll thrive. Like I think he said Dak Prescott. Like,
but if you were
surround
telling
Dak
me
with a
if
lot of talent,
if you traded Dak Prescott to the Titans right now, how would you feel about Calvin Ridley? Like if that's the comp, like if you're saying he's a good quarterback like that,
because he's done it for so long, yeah, I'd feel good about it. But I'm just saying, like, it just worries me that the team was hot garbage, and I think that the team outside of him is still hot garbage. So I could definitely see them struggling this year, and then him having a great career there on after. But and don't get me wrong, I am in on Calvin Ridley. He's actually really been growing on me, especially where he's going. I'm like, it's another thing with like a Ricky Pearsall. It's like just snagging players late that are wide receiver ones that have the potential to be. I mean, going into next season, third round picks. It's like those are the players you want to try and snag in. I like them.
right? If Cam Ward wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, and the Titans win 9 games. So tell me this. I don't know if you've seen it. What do you think Calvin Ridley's current ADP is? Wide receiver what?
35.
No, it's 30. However,
Okay.
there's 32 teams in the NFL. And so the way I see it is if you take every team's wide receiver 1, where does it, is he the 30th best wide receiver 1 on a team? Does he have the target consolidation and the upside? Like it would not shock me if he finished top 15.
I'll say this: I would take Calvin Ridley over Devonta Smith.
Exactly. But we're notorious for being Devontae Smith haters on this show.
Because he's a phenomenal player, but he's got AJ fucking Brown.
I know. So I'm just saying, I'm super high on Calvin Ridley. You can get him at wide receiver 30 in the 6th round. Calvin Ridley as your wide receiver 3, I think, is a potential cheat code. Just having it there like that. And you can load up on other positions.
Depending how you draft, you could have him as your 4.
Exactly. So I'm lock and loading Calvin Ridley. Ride or die, baby. We ride.
I think we both know who's coming next.
So if it's who I think it is, I'm going to be disappointed in you.
Why?
Just because. I'll let you know once you tell me.
Well, it is.
Let's see if I'm inside you.
It's Emeka Egbuka.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I forgot. Wasn't who I was thinking. But yes.
Oh,
I don't know why I thought you were. Wait, that's your last one, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I thought you were going to do Jonathan Taylor. And so I was like, I'm going to be mad at you for that. But yes, I forgot.
No, everybody's in on Jonathan Taylor, so I'm not going to
I
say
know.
Jonathan
Well, that's
Taylor.
why I said I was going to be disappointed. But yes, no, 100%. And I wanted to do it. However, I just decided not to, just to let Justin be happy.
Yeah. I won't say that it's not like you haven't been in on him either, but I remember
You were
when we
in on
went through-
early. However, I will say
Yeah.
I will not let you dunk on me fully. This was
I'm
under.
going to dunk on you.
You will take every opportunity to dunk on me that you can.
I wasn't going to. I was just going to say that, like, I was fully in on him from the start.
Which is true.
But Kyle was also liked him from the start as well. Just, I think you were. I remember talking to you, and you were like, I definitely like Tet more as a prospect, and I was like, I think Emeka Egbuka is the best wide receiver in this draft, and that's why I've got him here.
Oh, well, I was going to say I was only slightly lower on Egbuka more than you because at the time, the drumbeat was that Chris Godwin was going to be ready week 1, ready to lock and load.
Oh yeah.
And I still do think that Egbuka...
I was worried about the injury, and
Yeah, well, and you were more, but I'm just saying for everything I heard is that they're saying it's positive looking that he's going to be ready week 1. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
if that's the case, then he's a rookie receiver. It's going to take a while to get him in. You know, maybe week 3, week 4, things start to pick up, but they still have 2 bona fide studs that the team and the hometown Tampa loves. Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. Like, that is the team. So I just figured it'd be harder to break into fantasy relevance and stardom without one of those guys. But it's looking like Godwin might miss the first several weeks of the year. And just,
Well, they said he's likely to start on the PUP, which is a whole month.
yeah, that's 4 games. And at that point, I'm in, because his only barrier was to get on the field. And once that barrier is gone, I think we agreed that he's, pre-draft process, he is still that elite player. So that was the only barrier I had, was the play time and the competition in front of him. But if that's gone, to the moon.
Yeah, I think if he runs away with it, obviously they paid Godwin the contract and everything. So
Right, but
I don't
they're not going
think
to take him off the field.
They're not going to take him off the field. That's the thing. Like, they're going to figure out ways to get him touches. If anything, if he really runs away with it and he's the player that we think he is, they may even just say, fuck it, let's take Jalen McMillan off the field.
Well,
You know what I mean?
that's
And
another
have
thing.
Godwin,
Add this to the fire. Did you not see the news with Jalen McMillan?
no.
Serious. Okay, not like he will survive. It's a serious neck strain. He's on IR.
Oh, wow.
He landed on his head in the preseason game. They're expecting him back week 8 or 9. So Jalen McMillan is done.
Well, he's locked and loaded at this point then.
Dude,
Because
that's
he's
what I'm
gonna be-
saying.
Well, honestly, with that news is more important than the Chris Godwin news, because at the very least, he's going to be the wide receiver 3 on the field.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the McMillan injury, it's pretty nasty. I mean, he goes up for a high catch, he gets clipped underneath him, so like flipped backwards, and he lands right on his head. So it's pretty nasty. Yeah. So they said he avoided a serious injury, meaning like he's not paralyzed, but
He
like
didn't break his neck.
Right.
Yeah.
But he will be out for
I would say a
extended periods of
neck
time.
injury that's going to take fucking 9 weeks to heal is pretty serious. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, honestly, and I've already had this kind of bold prediction, if you will, that's foreshadowing for the next episode. I've already kind of had this theory that I think it's just time for Tampa Bay. Godwin and Mike Evans they're getting up there. Evans has been fading into the sunset for years now. He's made it work for fantasy with touchdowns. But as far as the yardage goes, he barely got to 1,000 last year. They had to literally just set it up for him. And
he also missed 3 games, so that'll,
Sure.
that's a lot to get
we're talking about
1,000.
1,000 yards, man.
That's 65 yards a game.
But he's Mike Evans.
I'm just saying, don't take his streak away from him.
I'm just saying he's not as good as he was. Like, it's evident. He is somewhat washed. He's still a great player. He's going to be heavily used in this offense. Still a good fantasy pick to some extent. I think he's going kind of high right now, truthfully.
Yeah. Devontae Adams or Mike
I
Evans?
just think that it's time for Mika Ibuka and Jalen. I cannot talk right now. Is his name hard to say? Is this another?
It's
What was the other?
There's
name
too
that we
many.
Can't say. Troy Franklin.
Yeah, Troy Franklin. No, Jalen McMillan. I want to call him
Jalen
Jaden. That's why, because I don't think of Jalen McMillan. I think of Jaden.
It's hard to say McMillan after you say like
Jalen
Jalen.
McMillan.
I don't know.
Anyways,
Either
real
way,
quick,
I think they're taking over.
Mike Evans or Devontae Adams? They're going back to back.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that actually. I think I would take Adams.
Woo! We win. We got one. Which is funny because in our dynasty startup, those were the 2 players back to back, and I took Adams 1 pick before you took Mike Evans, and last year it looked like the wrong pick to start the year. Remember?
Could still be the wrong pick we did just talk about it. It's gonna be Mike Evans and Ibuka and nobody else. But
anyways, I digress. But go on.
all right, well that finishes it up. I did want to say
I've got one more pick, dumb fuck.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, you started first.
Okay, well, let me just tell you this stupid trade that was sent to me in our Dynasty League.
Oh.
Somebody offered me, they wanted my second round pick from 2027 for Cade Otton.
No.
Like, I get Cade Otton, but I have to give up a second round pick. It is 2 years from now, but when we get to the 2 year point, I'm going to be like,
Where'd
Oh,
my
fuck.
second round pick go? Oh, I got this guy?
yeah, exactly. Like, I don't want Cade Otton. Like,
Who's your
I have,
tight end in Dynasty?
first of all, I have Dalton Kincaid and Jonnu Smith, which
Oh.
I wouldn't drop either of those guys for Cade Otton right now.
Yeah. No, it's,
So it's like,
I don't know.
come on.
Plus, the
What are you
picks are
doing?
more fun. And fantasy football is supposed to be fun. Like, I don't want to,
Yeah.
like, Kate Otton's isn't exciting. So, no.
Let me just
that's
look at the
shocking.
picks I could have got this year. I could have probably got Caleb Johnson with my second round pick.
Potentially,
Depending
if
on
you were
the
at the top of the third, or second.
Yeah.
But, okay. All right. My final, my guy, which I'm ride or dying. You should know this. Take a guess. No, well, because I was going to give you a hint. I just want you to take a guess, anyways, because it was tough for me to narrow it down. Take a guess. I have been very public on my support of this player.
Oh, man.
I know you disagree quite a bit. Not like fully, but I'd say you're like,
Is it Travis Etienne?
no, it's not Travis Etienne.
Okay.
That would be crazy for a ride or die.
That would be crazy. Oh, I forget. It is
That would
Ryder
be
Guy,
very-
not sleepers.
Yeah. No, I said I didn't have
Brian
a
Robinson.
No, especially not now.
Fuck.
Not now that they're gonna. I do really like Brian Robinson. If he was still on the Commanders, and if the draft fell the same way it did for me last year, he would be on my team. But no, I had 2 receivers on here, 1 running back. It's gonna be tight end Evan Ingram.
Oh, yeah, that's not super surprising.
I was gonna say I've been beating my drum for Evan Ingram all offseason. I saw this stat. So you probably didn't, but obviously I watched the Broncos preseason games. He had a reception during the preseason game against the Cardinals this past weekend. That one reception would have accounted for 25% of the total receiving yards by Denver's tight ends all of last season.
Wow. Well, to be honest, I don't know if I can name a tight end from your team last year.
You probably can't. But it was Adam Troutman, Lucas Kroll, and I think, do they call Burton a fullback? He might be a fullback. So, but point being, he had a 65-yard catch, caught it in stride, broke a tackle, goes from end zone to past midfield. Like, he has the athletic profile. He is in an ambiguous receiving room. We've got, so I say we. Denver has Cortland Sutton at the top, unquestioned. Marvin Mims, love him. Troy Franklin, drafted Pat Bryant in the third. Devon Vele.
Holy shit.
What?
You said his name right.
I really tried on that one. We acquired Trent Sherfield from the Lions. There is so much ambiguity with the second receiving option in this offense.
And Bryant Thomas.
Bryant Thomas? Are you going to tell me who the hell Bryant Thomas is?
Thomas Bryant?
I said Pat Bryant,
Pat Bryant.
and I already said that. But yes.
Okay.
So no, he has a clear path to the number 2 receiving option in this offense. Bo Nix, he likes to work it, everything in front of him. He is a guy that will chip away between the line of scrimmage and 10 yards, chip, then take the deep shot. Chip, take the deep shot. He's going to be chipping to all of the areas of the field that Evan Ingram likes to play. He's going to be using the screen game. They need a reliable, sure-handed second target. And if you want a tight end that is currently in the 8th round, or he's tight end 8 in 10th or 11th round. If you want to punt the position, go to at the end. I don't think you have a higher floor at tight end than Evan Engram in an offense where you need a tight end to be the second option on your team. Like, I don't want a tight end on my fantasy team that isn't at least the second option. It's just not worth it to me. So I think if you just want to punt it, you can take him late. He was the tight end 2 years ago. Tight end 2 with a million receptions. Broke the NFL record for receptions in a season. Brock Bowers broke that. But, I mean, it's been there, and I think the situation and the vibes are in Denver around him and the team. They're up there. I'm riding or dying with number 1 in Denver.
I don't hate it as a ride or die. I think it's kind of similar to the Justin Herbert thing, where it's like, I think he's a great pick down there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he's a good pick if you punted the tight end position. I think where we disagree is I think he has no shot at like top 3.
Oh, see, I think he has a very
Maybe
good
even
chance
top 5.
at top 5. Like, it would not surprise me if he was top 5. If he finished the year with...
That's where, it would shock me.
If he had 800 yards and 6 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns, that's good for a tight end 5.
I mean, yeah, that'd be great. I don't know. I don't think that he has a high ceiling in that. I think that's just where we disconnect. But I think where he's at, it's a great pick because, like you said, great floor. Like, you're gonna be kind of locked in. Like, you can start him every week. You're not gonna have to stream the position.
Yeah, and real quick, and we can wrap this up. Again, that's my philosophy. I don't want to have to stream tight ends. I like to have it locked and loaded. I think he's a low-cost option at a high upside, personally, plus. So tell me this. We can get out of here. Would you rather have a tight end in your starting lineup that is boom or bust, or someone who you know can probably get you 6 to 10 points?
I would take the 6 to 10 points.
And that's what I feel like Evan Engram is. He's not going to be the Mark Andrews who's going to get you 8 for 64 and 2, but he'll get you 11 targets, 7 catches for 79 yards. Like, and I've lost weeks. It's like, imagine going into your Monday night matchup. You are down by 6 points and you have your tight end left. And you're just sitting there praying you hope your tight end isn't involved and catches a touchdown, something like that. I want my tight end to be brought in to specifically be a focal point of the offense and give me a chance to win the game rather than pray that he catches a fade in the end zone. You know what I mean? So that's my philosophy for tight end, and that's why I'm ride or dying. But we'll let it sit with that. We've got some other episodes pre-planned. We'll get those out, and we're ride or dying. I should have some time. We'll make a social media post for our ride or dies. I feel like it'd be pretty cool. And I didn't make the thumbnail already, so I'll have to upload that tomorrow. But if you do check out the social media, the IG posts, let us know if you agree with any of our ride or dies. I think we picked some pretty good ones. I don't think they're too crazy hot takey, but I think we picked ones that are going to be on our teams a lot, which is kind of the whole point.
Yeah. There's people I'm seriously drafting.
Seriously. So, if nothing else, without further ado, don't miss the last call for fantasy football. Deuces.